Hi everyone. So welcome to today's session, which is on arithmetic practice. So this session is part of the CAT-100 Percentiler initiative, the free live class initiative on the Unacademy YouTube channel. This is a brief about myself, and this is the Unacademy Plus 12 or 24-month program. You can subscribe to the 12-month or the 24-month subscription using the code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. The reason why everybody must subscribe using this code itself is because not only do you get to be mentored personally by a CAT-100 Percentiler, but you also get access to the Plus WhatsApp groups for those who are subscribed using this code, as well as you'll be getting mock PIs as well at the end of the GDPI, during the GDPI process, as well as mocks analysis support as well. So that is only for those who are using this code while subscribing, and you have to be subscribed to either the 12 or the 24-month program using this particular code. So let's get started with the first practice question for today. So the first question says, which of the following offers is the best from the customer's point of view? In case the customer needs exactly 14 bats in total. So every question, what you can do is you can take 1.5 minutes to pause the video, try and solve it by yourself, and then proceed with the solution. But anyways, I'll be starting with the solution right away. If you need exactly 14 bats, so what you need to do is look at each case and see what is your cost. So let's say the price per bat, the price is 100 rupees, which means in case the mark price per bat is 100 rupees, if I'm buying 5 and getting 2 free, then basically I need to buy 10 to get 4 free, which will give me 14 bats, which means I need to pay for a total of 10 bats, each bat costing 100 rupees, which means my total expenditure is rupees 1000 in the first case. What about the second case? In the second case, I'm paying 100 plus 100 plus 0 for the third bat, but third bat is free. Fourth bat at 70% off, that is 30 rupees. So basically I'm paying a total of 230 rupees for the first 4 bats. Next 4 bats, again 230. Next 4 bats, again 230. So I'm done with 12 bats. But I need a total of 14 bats, which means I need to buy 2 more bats, that is plus 100 plus 100, which is the total cost of 890 rupees. So in the second case, the customer has to pay 890 rupees. Third one, in the third case, you get incremental discount of 10% on each additional one from the 5th bat onwards. So basically, the first 4 you end up paying 100 rupees, and then you start paying 90, 80, 70, 60 up to 0. So what are the price of these 10 bats? The price of these 10 bats can be written as 10 by 2 into the first term plus last term, that is 0 plus 90, which is an average of 45 rupees per bat. 45 into 10 is 450, plus the price of the first 4 bats is rupees 400, which means the net price comes out to be 850. In the last case, you're getting a discount of 40%, which means you're basically paying 60% of the total mark price, that is 60% of 1400, which comes out to be 840. So what has happened is, the first case it is rupees 1000, second case rupees 890, third case 850, and in the final case you're expending only rupees 840. So what will be the answer? Which is the best offer from the customer's point of view? That will be that deal where the customer needs to pay the least amount, which means the answer will be option D, that is 840. Is that clear? Why the answer is 840 for the first question and why the answer is option D. So all you do is evaluate the prices in each case. Let's move on to the second question. Surabhi sells lipsticks at 25% above the cost price. Due to the lockdown situation, her cost reduced by 5%. She does offer a discount of 8%, due to which the sales went up by 25%. The question is saying compute the change in profit. So again, you all can pause the video and try solving this for 1.5 minutes. Meanwhile, let me proceed with the solution. So how do you go about doing such a question? The first thing you can do is start with the initial cost price as 100, which means the initial selling price was 25% above, so that is 125. So the initial profit was rupees 25 per lipstick. Later on, what happens? Her cost reduces by 5%, which means her new cost is rupees 95, 5% less than 100. She ends up offering a discount of 8% on rupees 125. So if you offer a discount of 8% on 125, that's basically a discount of rupees 10, which means she sells it at a price of rupees 125 minus 10, that is 115, which is after giving 8% discount on 125. So now if you look at it, her profit per lipstick is only 20 rupees, whereas initially it was 25 rupees. However, what it says is the sales went up by 25%, which means in case the sales was S at this juncture, which is the total profit of 25S, in this case the sales is 25% more, that is 1.25S. So the new profit is 20 into 1.25, which comes out to be 25S as well. So old profit 25S, new profit 25S, which means your change in profit is unchanged. There is no change whatsoever in your profit. So that is how you go about a second one. Third question, so this is basically comprising of two questions. This is from the previous year's CAT question. So here you have two cities, A and B. They are located in different time zones. A is located 3000 kilometers east of B. The table below describes the schedule of an airline operating non-stop flights between A and B. All the times are indicated are local and on the same day. So the questions are two things. What is the time difference between A and B, because they are in different time zones? The second is, what are the plane's cruising speed in kilometers per hour? The interesting part is, if I look here, B to A ended up taking 8 to 3 p.m. That is 7 hours, which includes the time zone effect, because one of the time zones is in city B, the other is in city A. Whereas the other one, 4 to 8, that was only a 4-hour exercise. Why the difference in time? Twofold reasons. One of them is against the wind and with the wind, because remember the wind speed of 50 kilometers per hour. The other factor that is involved is the time zone difference as well. So how do we go about solving this? The first thing that you should look to do is try and identify the plane's cruising speed. speed. And remember, speed is equal to distance by time. And here, as you can see, distance is 3000, which means the value of speed should contain the factors of 3000. The value of speed which should be containing the factors of 3000, but here the speed is referring not to the speed of the flight but the relative speed. So what is the relative speed? The relative speed comprises of two factors. One is the plane speed plus minus the speed of the wind, which is 50 kilometers per hour. So basically P plus minus 50 should be a factor of 3000. So now if I look at the options, if the first option is 700, if I take P as 700, 650 is not a factor of 3000, so option 1 gets eliminated. If I look at option 2, 550, both 500 and 600 are factors of 3000, so option 2 is possible. Option 3 is 600, 550 is not a factor of 3000, so this is incorrect. If I look at option 4, 500, again 450 and 550 are not factors of 3000, so the only possible answer is option 2, 550 kilometers per hour. Note, if the plane speed is 550 kilometers per hour, then when we are going from with the wind, the speed will be 600 kilometers per hour. When we're going against the wind, the speed will be 500 kilometers per hour. So not only have we got the first part of the answer, but also if you divide the distance by these respective speeds, you'll get the time as 6 hours and 5 hours respectively. Which means, given that the wind is blowing from east to west, when I'm going from east to west, that is when I'm going from A to B, then I'll end up taking less time, which is 5 hours. When I'm going from B to A, I'll end up taking more time, that is 6 hours, which is why, as you can see, B to A is 6 plus T, whereas A to B is supposed to be 5 minus T. Why this plus T and minus T? This T is denoting the time zone effect. Though the actual time taken is 6 hours and 5 hours respectively, because of the time zone effect, there will be some difference. What is that time zone effect? Even though you're leaving at 4 p.m., 5 hours should mean that you are reaching at 9 p.m. And in fact, it is going to be 9 p.m. at city A. However, at city B, the timer is going to show 8 p.m. because there is a time difference between A and B of 1 hour. In fact, if you do put T as 1, 6 plus T becomes 7, 5 minus T becomes 4. Similarly, if I start at 8 a.m., 6 hours should mean 4 p.m. But it's 4 p.m. at city B, but city A being east of B, they will be only at 3 p.m. So that is the way you go about interpreting this. So the time difference between A and B will be option 4, that is 1 hour. Sorry, this should be 8 plus 6, 2 p.m. Instead of that, this is 3 p.m. because A is 1 hour ahead. Similarly here, despite it should be 9 p.m., but it's 8 p.m. because B is 1 hour behind. So the time difference is 1 hour. The main key thing in this set was looking at question 12, using the options here, looking at which are the options is giving you the speed, which is a factor of 3000. Is that clear? How we can do both these questions very easily? always make use of the options wherever you feel that is the shortest way out. And that is something I emphasize a lot in my Academy Plus live classes as well. So next one, this is the question we posted recently in our Academy Plus WhatsApp group. I hope all of you are already added to the WhatsApp group. In case you're not, please drop me a message at this number. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group where we daily post a couple of questions. So how do we do the next one? It says a tank of 120 liters capacity has 3 pipes fitted into it. The first 2 pipes will fill the tank at the rate of 7 liters per minute and 5 liters per minute respectively. The third pipe will empty the tank at the rate of 3t by 5 liters per minute, where t is the tth minute of operation of the pipes in tandem. The question is saying find the maximum percentage capacity of the tank that can be filled. So note, you need to find out the maximum percentage capacity out of the 120 liters that can be filled, and then you've got to get it in percentage form. So remember, there are 3 pipes, 2 filling pipes, 7 liters per minute, 5 liters per minute. The emptying pipe, however, increases in volume, is increasing at the rate of 3t by 5 per minute. So how do we do this? Anybody? The easiest way out is finding out what is happening in the first minute. First minute will be 7 liters filled by the first pipe, 5 liters filled by the second pipe, and 3t by 5. That is, if I put t as 1, that is minus 0.6 emptied by the emptying pipe. So a total of 11.4 liters gets filled. So in the first 1 minute, a total of 11.4 liters is getting filled. So basically the formula can be written as 12 minus 0.6 t for any minute. Similarly, in the second minute, what will it be? If I put t as 2, it will become 12 minus 0.6 into 2, that is 10.8. Third minute, it will become another minus 0.6, that is 10.2, and so on. So basically it will keep on reducing until t becomes equal to 20. At t equal to 20, what will happen is 12 minus 0.6 into 20 will become 0. So basically the total filling is nothing but an AP series which is starting from 0 up to 11.4, or rather it's 11.4 to 0 in a decreasing fashion. So how do I go about doing this? Simple. T is 20, which means the total time is 20. So the sum can be written as n by 2, that is 20 by 2 into 0 plus 11.4. So there are 20 terms, so 20 by 2, so that is 10 into 11.4, which is nothing but 114 liters. So in all, 114 liters is what of the tank that can be filled. So what is 114 liters? 114 liters is nothing but 95% of the capacity, that is 120 liters. Hence the answer is option B, that is 95%. So the maximum percent capacity of the tank that can be filled is 95%. Because remember, after t equal to 20, the value, it will no more fill, because it will become an emptying process, because 0.60 will overshoot 12. So the maximum capacity that can be filled is going to be option B, 95%. Next question. This is again a previous year's CAT question. So how do we do this? So here it's talking about the number of employees in Obelix company with a prime number less than 300. The question is asking the ratio of the number of employees for graduates to those who are not can possibly be which of these ratios? So how do we do this? Number of employees, we need to break it up into graduates and those who are not graduates, and then look at which of these can be the ratio, given that total employees is a prime number less than 300. So what is total employees? Total employees is nothing but the sum of graduates and non-graduates. So all you need to do is add these two and check whether you're getting a prime number or not. For example, the first option is giving me 189, the second is giving me 187, third is giving me 221, fourth is giving me 183, fifth is giving me 181. What I need to check is all of them anyway less than 300. I need to check which of these are prime numbers. So how do I check? 189 is nothing but 9 into 21, so it's not a prime number. 187 is equal to 17 into 11, again not a prime number. 221 is 13 into 17, so that is again not a prime number. The fourth one is 183, which is 3 into 61, again not a prime number. The only one which is a prime number, however, is option E, that is 181. 97 plus 84 gives a prime number, which means the answer is going to be option 5, that is 181. Hence the answer is option E. So note, often in CAT questions, all you do is use the options wisely, mark the answer and move on. Next one. This is also a question that we posted in our WhatsApp group. So it talks about the average aggregate marks. So average aggregate marks obtained by all the students who passed the test is 61%, while the average marks of those who failed in the test is 36%, and it says the overall aggregate marks for all the students is 53%. Then approximately what percentage of the students who appeared for the exam passed in it? So this is a question that you can say from either averages or from the topic of allegations, mixed in allegations, where you have two variety of students, one who's passing the test, the other is failing the test, and the third one is talking about the combination combine all of them, what are the overall aggregate marks? So again, you can take a minute or minute and a half to try and solve this question by pausing the video at this juncture. The basic idea is you're mixing 61 category with the 36% category to end up getting a 53% category. That is a mixer of both of them. So how do you employ allegations? You look at the difference between 61 from the mixed number, that is 53, that is 8. Here the difference is 53 to 36, that is 17. Obviously 53% is close to 61%, which means the ratio of students who passed is going to be more than those who failed. That means the ratio would be in the reciprocal ratio, that is 17:8. What does 17:8 mean? The ratio of students who passed to failed is 17:8. The question is asking what percentage of students passed the exam. So that will be 17 by 17 plus 8, that is 17 by 25 into 100%. So that comes out to be 17 into 4, which is option B, that is 68%. Hence the answer is option B, 68%. In fact, the moment you saw 36 and 53 has a difference of 17, and given 17 is a prime number, you could have looked at which option is a multiple of 17. There was only one option with a multiple of 17, that is 68. So again, you could have immediately marked the answer as option B, 68%, without bothering to solve it any further. So there is one more question here which I want you all to try it at home as part of homework. And let us know the answer via the WhatsApp group by pinging us at the WhatsApp group, by pinging me at this number so you get added to the Unacademy WhatsApp group. So gentle reminder, the 12 or 24 month program is running. The chance to get mentored by CAT toppers and 100 percentilers. Subscribe to either the 12-month or the 24-month program. It's available at 75% off if you use the code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. But that's not only it. If you're going for the 12 or 24-month program, it also includes your one-on-one monthly mock analysis and strategizing sessions for each of you one-on-one, as well as it includes mock PIs at the end of the GDP, towards the end of the CAT preparation, the start of the GDPI process. So both of these one-on-one things come in addition to personalized mentoring and getting access to the Plus WhatsApp group if you're subscribing using the code Nilanjan Dutta to the 12 or the 24 months program. In addition to that, we have two batches running. One of the Perfect Score batch, which is the batch for quants, where we are teaching the quants shortcuts. So that is happening on every Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. So make sure that you're attending the session tomorrow at 10 a.m. Also, in addition to that, we have the weekdays evening batch, that is daily at 9 p.m. We have these classes. It's a complete syllabus batch where I'm teaching the DILR module. It's a new batch, so do make sure that you're not missing any further classes. To get access to both of them, you can use the code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. There's no space between Nilanjan and Dutta in the code. Note, both of these courses are available as part of a single subscription at a 12 or 24 month program. So just subscribe and immediately send the screenshot at this number so I can add you to the Plus WhatsApp group. So send the screenshot at this number having subscribed to the Unacademy Plus 12 or 24 month program using the code Nilanjan Dutta. So in that note, we would be coming to the end of today's arithmetic practice session. So hope to see all of you in the weekend Perfect Score batch as well as the weekdays evening DILR live classes at 9 p.m. On that note, once again, thank you everybody and happy learning.